My bad, y'all. I don't know what happened. It said my internet lost connection, and it totally kicked me off. Totally kicked me off. I would start off by saying, all praise to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua Bashem Kakadash. Double honors to the elders apostles of GMS for teaching this truth. Shalom to Yaki and Aqua. But just picking back up, because like I said, it just kicked me off. I don't know why it kicked me off, but let me go back to where I was at. Let me go back here. Let's see. Like I said, Salaki, I don't know why it kicked me off. Pretty much, Esau, they probably getting mad because it's truth coming out, whamming them. But it's all right. We're going to still keep going.
To know when they encounter somebody that identifies as Hebrew, what would you like them to know? What do you think they should know before they engage in conversation?
I would just say, know your scriptures. There's a lot of resources out there. There are a lot of people who have done a lot of good work as far as how to engage what they would call against Hebrew Israelites, and I don't look at their work and say that's anti-me, because the ideology that they're attacking, the mindset that they're going after, the heart issues they're going after are still applicable. Like when people are saying that, salvation is exclusive to somebody who is Black, a person of color, or claiming to be Hebrew, you can dead that. And there's a lot of resources out there for that. Mm-hmm. And so I would say be well versed, otherwise you're just, stepping up.
You're going to have Israelites coming back looking like other nations. So it's not if you're only Black, because we've been scattered through the four winds of the earth. So you're going to have Hebrew Israelites coming back looking Japanese, Chinese, all of them, as a white man, you're going to have them come back looking. We've been scattered all over. So that's why, what is that? Romans 8:16. It's through the Spirit, especially on the foreigners. And we was once foreigners too, because hey, we didn't know this truth. We didn't have this, what we have now. But through Yahweh Bashem Yahushua for choosing us, giving us this sound doctrine, 100% truth. Hey, I'm saying through GMS, the doctrine of GMS, the truth is a whole 100% truth. Hey, the water Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, because hey, we didn't know. We did not know. A lot of us, we've been here, was them Jesus Christs, ubba doubles and, shouting in church, Buddha or whatever, into the universe, but saved us from ourselves. Hey, we was wicked. We went off too. We was wicked. So let me get this one. Like I said, I don't know why it pushed me off, but hey, it's all right. We're going to keep pushing for Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Let me get this. Start here. Matthew chapter 13, verse 1. The same day went Yahushua out of the house and sat by the seaside, and great multitudes were gathered together unto him, so that he went into a ship and sat, and the whole multitude stood on the shore. This is Yahushua. It's talking about Yahushua. A whole multitude came out to see him. So much that it was so much that he had to go on a boat in the middle of the river and speak loud and tell them all so they can listen. It says, and he spake many things unto them in parables, saying, behold, a sower went forth to sow, right? And when he sowed, some seeds fell by the wayside, and the fowls came and devoured them up. Some fell upon stony places, where they had not much earth, and forthwith they sprung up, because they had no deepness of earth. It says, and when the sun was up, they were scorched, and because they had no root, they withered away. And some fell among thorns, and the thorns sprung up and choked them. But others fell into good ground and brought forth fruit, some 100-fold, some 60-fold, some 30-fold. Who have ears to hear, let him hear. So it says, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto them in parables? Like they was trying to figure out, hey, why you speaking in parables to these people? Multitude, why you speaking in parables? Right? He said, he answered and said unto them, because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. You gotta understand 2/3 ain't gonna get this. 2/3 is not gonna get the whole 100% truth. And they're not gonna believe in it wholeheartedly and follow it. You might have some believe in it for a little bit of time, then they fall out, then they come back, and then they be on fire. Then you gotta understand, a lot of 2/3 are not gonna get this. Verse 12, it says, for I said a lot, 2/3 are not gonna get this. Salaki. 12, verse 12, it says, for whosoever have, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance, but whosoever have not, from him shall be taken away even that he have. Right. So whatever you have, hey, if you trusting in this truth, you trusting in Yahweh Shem Shah, he's going to add into you more, open up your understanding, give you more understanding of the scriptures in the truth, right? Then those that you done had, you have this, but then something come along, then you don't use it, you don't believe it. Next thing you know, you go back into the world. Well, what you learned, what you heard, that's going to be taken from you too. And then you're going to be solely back out there in the world, bugged out. And when you go back into the world, that demon come back with 10 more demons. So you pretty much go back into the world worse than you was when you was chosen from amongst it. You go back worse. Anyway, it says, for whoever shall have, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance, but whoso have not, from him shall be taken away even that he have. Therefore speak I to them in parables, because they see not, and hearing they hear not, neither do they understand. Right? See, they see and they hear, but they don't understand. They see, they hear, but they don't want to believe. They don't want to do what thus said the Lord. They don't want to. It says, verse 14, and in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, by hearing ye shall hear and shall not understand, and seeing ye shall see and shall not perceive. Now, I forgot to pull that up. So, matter of fact, let me just pull that up so you guys know. I think it's Isaiah chapter 6, verse 9. I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it is. All right, Isaiah, I'm gonna get this. Now, what you see where it says that here was what Isaiah's, here's what it was talking about by Isaiah's. This is what that's referring to. It's referring to this here. Let me go to King James. King James. This is Isaiah 6 and starting at 9. And he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not, and see ye indeed, but perceive not. Right. See? And it says, verse 10, make the heart of this people fat, and make their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and convert and be healed. Right. So, hey, once you understand and you hearing all this and you seeing with your eyes what's going on, hey, Lord willing, hey, convert you, heal you. But if not, guess what? You ain't gonna be converted. You're not gonna believe, and you ain't gonna be healed. Because when you remember when we was out there in the world, man, we was subject to any and everything. You believing in any everything. See, now that Yahweh Shem Shai done chosen us, Lord willing, for righteous sakes, to be, saved from ourselves, be saved from Yahweh Shem Shai wrath that he's getting ready to bring, which is Jacob's trouble, to be beamed up on the chariots. Hey, we praying that he keep us here and keep going. We don't want to be a number that's going to be put back out in the world. Now you've been saved for a sword, and you don't even know what that sword is, because every man is going to get according to his works. That's scary. Every man is going to get according to his works, but you don't even know what that works. You don't even know what that sword, you don't even know what that judgment is going to be. And that's why we tell you all the time, knowing the terror of the Lord, we persuade men, because at the end of the day, Yahweh Shem Shai is getting ready to do a lot of massive judgment, ugly, brutal, because there's no fear. It's dealing with we're not worried about the other nations. We're talking about 2/3. We're talking about in the house of Israel. They don't fear. You see them like the video that I had up on the last video for this, before it went down. You see what behavior and what these people are saying. That's the problem, because they don't understand when they push stuff like that, you're causing Israel as a whole. You're causing people to look at it, and then next thing you know, the elders and apostles got to go make, and the brothers on the outside had to go make video epistles to debunk whatever they're trying to bring out, because it's a lie. Like what he said in the video. All nations can be saved. No, he only come for Hebrew Israelites only, and within Hebrew Israelites, he's only coming for a remnant. He ain't even coming for all his children on the first round, all his brothers and sisters and the children on the first round. He's only coming for the remnant. Period. Let's go back to that Matthew. Isaiah, verse 15. What's this? Matthew 13, verse 15. For this people heart is waxed gross, right? Because the love of many is waxing worse and worse each day. The love of many is waxing worse every day. Iniquity is just going piling sin on top of sin, right? It says, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes. See, the same thing we was reading in Isaiah 6:9-10, right? And hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them. Verse 16, but blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. Verse 17, for verily, and see, hold on. But blessed are your eyes. You see how blessed you are to understand this and hear this and to do it at the same time. That's why this truth is very, it's very sweet. You should be, Tawada. And Tawada, for the newbies on the channel, Tawada means thank you. Tawada, you should be saying thank you to, Yahweh Shem Shai, because he's giving you something that he's not even given 2/3. He's giving you something that he's not given outside of 2/3. Those other nations, they don't have the understanding to the whole fullness. It's gonna get into it. We're gonna finish this. It says 17. For verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men, have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them. See, many prophets and righteous men, right? They desire to see and see not, and have not seen what many righteous men and women. It says prophets, but we're gonna say, for the sake of video, men and women as well, that want this truth, but they're not going to get the whole 100%. Why? Because a lot of them, guess what? They love the world. They try to mix, Yahweh Shem Shai in with the world. They try to mix, and you can't mix. You either got to do the whole 100% truth, which we know you put it this way, you're not going to be able to keep all the commandments, because everything on this end is set up to go against the commandments. But at the end of the day, you rehearse to your best of your abilities. There's certain stuff that you can keep easily. Not eating pork, not eating crab, not eating lobster, not eating shrimp. You know what I'm saying? Women, you can try to rehearse wearing dresses. You know what I'm saying? Not wearing too much makeup, not wearing fake nails. To the men, you know what I'm saying? Going out on the highways and hedges. Read. As many many things that you can do. You know what I'm saying? You might not be a prophet or a teacher, but you might be a brother that got a vehicle. You can pick up that brother. You might be a brother that's a great reader. You might be that brother that, you make a little bit funds to where you can bring brothers water, or, you know what I'm saying? Brother might need a chair at camp, helping the body. You know what I'm saying? It says, desires to see those things which ye see and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear and have not heard them. Verse 18, hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. Now that's going back to verse 2. See, this says, hear the parable of the sower. Here's the parable. When anyone heareth the word of the kingdom and understand it not, Then cometh the wicked one and catcheth away that which was sown in his heart. This is he which receives seed by the wayside. Right. So, hey, you might have someone come up, it might be inquiring, you know what I'm saying, and you giving them, you know, what you have, you know, you've been studying, seeking, you, oh, boom, 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 try to help them out. Then next thing you know, somebody else come up, knock that whole conversation off, then they walk away. You're gonna have stuff like that happen. It happens. It's just hey, at the end of the day, Yahweh Shai could probably just want you to get just that portion, and then later on down the road to give you some more through the men of the Lord. But he probably just wanted you to have just that portion, because you don't want to just put so much on a person, because like we said, this stuff can this truth can bug you out too. It can bug you out. It's a balance in this. It says, verse 20, but he that received the seed into stony places, the same is he that heareth the word and anon with joy receive it. Right. Now, this goes into those that you hear that you're a Hebrew Israelite, right? You be happy about it. You know, we all been there when you first hear about this truth. Boy, you want to tell everybody, your mama, your aunties, your brothers, sisters, everybody. But you see that, that backfires real quick. That backfires real quick. It says, verse 21, yet have he not rooted in himself. Right. See, he have not rooted in himself, but during for a while, for when tribulation or persecution arise because of the word, by and by he is offended. Right. See, so he heard that he was a Hebrew Israelite. She heard she was a Hebrew Israelite. But then when persecution comes, trials and tribulation, they don't want to withstand that. So what do? They give up. They go back into the world. But let's get this right quick. Now we'll go back to that, but let's get this. Right here. Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, verse 1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Right. See, so you're going to go through trials and tribulation. So that's what that parable is going into. Most people don't want to go through the trials and tribulations. So when the trials and tribulations come up, they be out of there. They don't want to be around. They give up. That's what that parable is going into. Where I was at, 21? No, 22. It says, Matthew 13 and 22, it says, he also that receive seed among the thorns is he that heareth the word, and the care of this world and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he become unfruitful. Right. Those are all your ones that, because of their money, their house, their cars, and whatever, their businesses, they don't want to give up that lifestyle to, they want to be a rapper, they want to be a entertainer, they want to be fashion design. They don't want to give up that stuff. Why? Because you can't serve two masters. They're trying to mix. And that's the problem with 2/3 of us. We trying to mix. You're trying to have so much of the world and not forsaking so much of the world and trying to add it into the truth. It's not going to mix. So, Lord willing, you brothers and sisters edified, it's pretty much all I had tonight. Do you really believe what you have learned and heard? And that's what you need to understand. You really got to understand what you're a part of, what you're learning and what you're hearing. You have to understand what you're learning and what you're hearing. It is very important to, keep, the commandments to your best abilities. It's very important to keep the Lord's words. It's very important to do the Lord's words. You get what I'm saying? Because if not, like we said, you're going to be put to death. And you don't even know what that sword is. So, Lord willing, you was edified. This is your brother Ahmad out of Jacksonville, Florida. May the blessing and lesson be upon your household. Hey, shalom.